Right, so this is the 2006 Ford Focus that's had an interior leak from the back end. I've already started sorting the problem out, and then I've decided, yeah, I'll do a YouTube video because I couldn't find one when originally this had the leak. So what it was doing while the tailgate was down, just 1 second, that's that piece of trim. What it was doing was dripping from, I think, that gap that you can see here, and then dropping down onto the parcel shelf. So basically the first step was to remove this piece of trim, which is relatively easy because you just you just grab it at one end or shove a screwdriver in and prise it away, and as you can see it just clips in with those four, and then you're left with that. Now the actual spoiler on the back, I'll just put that there to show you. There's one bolt there, there's one, where am I now? Two, there's one through there, one up there, oh, three, four, and then where is it? Underneath, oh there it is, four, and then, oh I can't see that, another one in there. But basically you've got 5 10mm bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you'll need to undo. So once you've undone them, if you come to the side, you'll see a tiny little clip there. I've already took this out. I should have done this first anyway. I don't know whether... Anyway, if you look, you can see the gap there, and that slots, I think it's over the glass and into the side of the spoiler. Once that's removed, you can see it just frees everything off. And basically all that happens is when the tailgate's closed, I'll just close it, and it rains, water runs in this gap and then through one of these holes into the tailgate compartment. And if you look round there, there should be some sort of seal around there stopping the water. So all I'm going to do is get a bit of sealer and go around 1, 2, 3. I don't need to do the ones on the outside, because when you look on the inside, even if that one leaked, it drips into the outside of the car and runs out. The other place to look if you have got a leak is around this area, because they tend to leak there. The weld rim here sometimes split. This side, it's a bit dirty. Looks as though it's actually been done at some point in the past. And some people think that the welds come undone under there. I've actually pulled that off previously when looking for the leak, so I'll just go and get some sealer. Now this sealer I'm going to use is a waterproof rubber sealer. It's not meant to stick things together, it's meant to just seal things really. And it's a waterproof sealant. Don't use an adhesive sealant, because if you've ever got to take the spoiler off again, you'll never do it. You just stick it to the car, which you don't want. You want to be able to take the spoiler off again in future. Right, so all three, I've got the seal around. There's one, there's two, there's three. When you initially take the spoiler off, you'll see a dirty mark around there as well, where the spoiler's been sitting on the tailgate. So if you follow the dirty mark round, you'll be alright as well. Can you see on this one there's a mark going round? Right, so now it's just a case of plopping the spoiler back on. So now if you look up there, you can see where that fits in there. So now you can get an idea of how the water leaks into the back of the car. There should be a nice seal up there, but there isn't. It's probably just worn away. Right, so the spoiler's back in position now, and if we just look at the holes, if we can focus in, just there, see the seal, so hopefully that's sealed around there. I can see a bit of the seal poking through that hole. Let's have a look at that one. Yep, same again there. So what I'm going to do first, just to hold it in position, is slide that back on. I'm going to have to put the camera down, but if you missed it earlier, it just goes between the glass and the spoiler up there, one on each side. And what I might do, just to be on the safe side, is just put a tiny bit of sealer on this inner edge, either just around the washer and then put the washer on. So I've just put a bit of sealer around the inner edge, as you can see. I've gone a bit over the top, but you know what it's like with these sealing guns. Well, you can't even see the hole in there, but it'll do the job. Just sort of. All the seal is squelching behind it, but needs must. Not tighten that, but you can see, can't you? You get the idea. So I just need to do tighten the other two up with the sealer on, and the two on the end now. Right, so that's now tightened up. That one with the sealer on, I'll just give that a wipe in a minute. You can see the sealer around that one. And remember, it's also sealed on the other side, so that should do the trick now. It's just a case of putting this back on. See if I can do it one-handed. There we go. No, can't do it with the left hand. Anyway, you get the idea. That just fastens back on there, and away you go. I'm not going to test it with water or a hose pipe because the sealer needs to dry. But I guarantee that 99% of rear end leaks on a 2006 Focus will be coming from up there, but they also leak from around the lights as well. I might show you that in a bit, but as for now, that's the main one. Just to prove I can do it with two hands, there it is, the trim all back on. So I'll just quickly show you the side of the car so you know which model it is. This is a UK spec 2006 Focus. There you go. Right, so while I've got the sealing gun out, I am going to seal up the back lights, even though I don't think they're giving us a problem at the moment. But if anybody ever needs to know how to do it, well, it might have been done before actually. Basically, all you're doing, you're unscrewing the screw down there, and so far the screw up there. So I'll just do that. Right, so once you've taken that screw out and that screw out, the rest of the light's held on. You just pop them out. A little bit of sealer on there. Anyway, so it doesn't give you a lot of room. So what happens is the water runs onto there underneath, and then down that hole where the screw goes, and then down there and into the trim. So even though it's leaking in there, or even in this one at the bottom, you may find your leaks down here or over there, because obviously the water's running It takes a shortish route down, you see, so the best thing to do here is just put a bead of sealer around there, and maybe on the bottom of this trim. I'll just clean it all up first. Right, just to give you more of an idea what happens when water runs down the back of the lights. This is where the wiring comes out the car, so I've just popped that out. There's a hole that just goes in the car, so if you ever get water running down there behind the light that you can't see in the car, same down here, that's just a little blanking grommet there. I've taken that out, and again, there you are, you're in the car then. So I'm going to put a little bead around that one, a little bead around that one just to be safe, and then a little bead around the 2 screws there. Right, so where the wires come out, I've just sealed that up after putting it back in. Then down here, sealed, and then the same at the top. I'm not going to show you one at the same at the one at the top because I've made a right pig's ear of it. Right, so I've now put the tail light back in position. Obviously the under edge of this plastic has got the sealer on. I'm still going to put a tiny bit around there and around there for the washers to sit over. Right, so now it's back on, the screw's in place, bit of seal around it. Same again up there, hopefully that should do the job. And the opposite side is exactly the same. So good luck.